Hi, I'm going to do your finally get to you, and we're going to be doing a special twin flame reading for you as you requested. So make sure I got all the microphones up. Okay, so um, you provided me with information about yourself and your twin flame, and also both of your karmics. So what I was led to do this morning, first of all morning, all day, while I was sitting up during my day, I kept hearing that song "On My Own" by Patti LaBelle and I think it's Michael McDonald. And the part of the song that kept repeating um, itself was the part that says, "I got to find out what is mine again. My heart keeps saying that it's time again. Oh, and I never dream I'd spend one night alone by myself." And just as I'm saying that now, I'm getting chills. So there's something about that that's calling out among these people is the feeling that I'm getting that there need there's a desire to unite, and whether it be for you and your twin or for the karmics and you all, either or both or all, but there seems to be some kind of a yearning. I don't get the sense that anyone is negative, a really negative energy. I just think that these are people who are drawn to each other and looking for love. So the first thing that Spirit led me to do was to do the number calculations for all of you all. And it was a little confusing because it's four, and three of you are all Leos, and the female karmic is a Virgo. But I was led to do it this way. Um, so the beginning of this started off with the numerology um, energies. So let's see what I got. For you, female Leo, the number that I got for you at the end was 9. 9 is completion. Right? 9 is also the number for Egun, the ancestors. All right, so this is says to me that this is you yourself are being led on this journey, this spiritual journey, by your ancestors, that you're listening to them, and that they are going to follow you all the way through to the completion of this assignment. So you are being protected and guided by your ancestors. Ashe, right? For your twin, who is a male Leo also, the number that came for him was 6, and 6 is love. So you got completion and love. So this may be exactly what you think it is. That this relationship represents a completion, a joining together, love. Now, for some reason, when I looked at it, it told me to look at 96 because you're a 9 and a 6 is him. And 9 and 6, 96 is forgiveness. So there may be something in this relationship where you all need to learn how to forgive one another, or it could mean that you all need to learn how to forgive your karmics individually. But we'll see if that comes into play as we continue. So you and your twin flame represent completion of love and energy is forgiveness. Ashe. So, looking at your karmic partner, your karmic partner is a Leo also. So, he came up as a number 8. Number 8 is manifestation. All right, so this is somebody that can make things happen. This is someone who has the ability to focus and to follow instinctively, follow through on something to the end. Now, that doesn't mean that's what he does, but that he has the ability to do that if he puts his mind to it, if he follows the right path. He can manifest what he wants. And there's 8, and 8 is infinity. So this is like a power that he has that is a divine power, is what I'm getting. And that he's always had this ability. Whether he taps into it or not is another thing, but he has the ability to manifest whatever it is that he wants to have happen. So he's a very powerful energy. You and he together, a 9 and an 8, right? 8 and 9, progressive, 8 and 9. So there's movement, okay? This could have been or could be a positive relationship, because you all can manifest to a completion. So I'm not getting any negative energy from the two of you together. Like I said, if there is other things that we need to be revealed, it'll come. Hopefully, Spirit will bring it out during the reading. Now, when I went to the female karmic, the Virgo, the card that the number that came for her was 5. Change. Right? Something needs to or has changed for her, or she's open to change. She may be creative, but maybe she doesn't stay with situations a long time. Maybe she doesn't have patience for things, or could say that she just is a person who is open to try new things. She's not stuck if it's presented to her in a way that she can understand. And your twin flame male, Leo, is a 6. And the karmic female Virgo is a 5. And 6 and 5 is 11. And 11 is a number that indicates twin flames, right? This is a master year, 2018. So, again, this could be a positive relationship too. Again, that's what I'm saying. I don't feel negativity that much among any of the characters in this scenario. Now there was one more. So she's a 5 and he's a 6. So that would be change and love. So it could say that there was a change in their love. Something about their relationship changed. And it could be that you met him and that may have changed the nature of their relationship or the intensity of the relationship. The Leo female, you, and your twin, nine and six is 15. That adds up to 6. So again, love. The Leo male, Karmic, and you add up to 8, which is manifestation, which is already his card. So again, the two of you together can manifest what it is that you want. And he is the one that has the power to do this. And you have completion. So together again, you could be with either of these guys and it would be fine. Your twin is a 6, as I said, and his karmic is a 5, and that's an 11. 11 speaks to individuality. So they still working together, but still remaining true to who they are, or at least trying to remain true to who they are, even within a relationship of the two of them. And believe it or not, when I first started to sit down and shuffle the cards to start this, the card that fell out was 1, new beginnings, and 11, and a new beginnings. So, energy of this entire reading, I feel, was represented by this card that came out first when I sat down and started. A new beginning. So this is representing a new beginning for you and your twin, and hopefully new beginnings for the Karmics in their spiritual journey. And one more number came for me, which was 85 for the two Karmics, right? He has an 8, she had a 5, 85. Follow your dreams. So this tells me that they're going to have a proper happy ending for them too, with whatever ends up for them in the future, you know, with whoever their new mates are or whatever. But they need to follow their dreams. And if you look at these cards, this card here, 85, colors are a combination of this 8 and this 5. I thought that was interesting. So follow your dreams is what I would say would be the message to both these Karmics. But for you and them, all together, all 4 people in the scenario, these are new beginnings. But again, forgiveness for yourself and your partner, your twin, you, 2 Leos, have to practice forgiveness or learn forgiveness or express forgiveness. Could be accepting apologies from others or from one another. Now, 2 Leos in a relationship, male and female. So, female Leos have the ability to dominate any male in any of the astrological signs except the male Leo. They may be competitive in many areas of their relationship, going as far as to make one another believe that there's another party, even if there is none. So they have a spat, a fight, or whatever like that. They're both going to go off to their corners and try to either make up someone else that is showing interest in them, or who they would be showing interest to, and get that message to the other partner, or they'll find somebody just to pique the interest of the other one. Very competitive, testing each other's ego. But if the male line is not properly respected, it can affect him physically. He may even suffer from temporary impotence. That's, what came. A lioness who has felt blows to her ego, that she hasn't been loved or admired or pampered enough, may suffer from frigidity, right? And both of these states are temporary, but that's how important the ability to be admired and to be praised and to have their ego stroked, both of them, both of you, is so important that if you don't get it, you become a little depressed, and it will manifest itself in the bedroom. Lion is a passionate lover, and the lioness will naturally give in to her natural instincts in the bedroom based on the signals that she gets from the lion. So someone has to be submissive, and the lioness has to learn to do that, because it's the best way for this relationship to work, because you got two very strong personalities. So your instincts in the bedroom are going to do what you would normally do naturally, which would be go with whatever his guidance is, or go with the flow of whatever his signals are to you. You follow through, and things are good, right? So I'm thinking that there's a very good, passionate sex relationship between yourself and your twin, and also with the karmic. But you have to be careful that the lion remembers that he has to pay attention to the ego of the lioness. Because if she doesn't feel that her ego is being addressed, if her needs are not being addressed properly, it'll manifest emotionally. And if it goes for a long period of time, it could manifest physically for her in a serious illness. So just be aware of that. So I think what it's saying is that if you feel at some point that you aren't getting your needs met, you ought to speak up. You should make sure that he knows that, and that he does something to rectify the situation. If not, it can become an emotional block for you, and over time, it could manifest into a physical ailment. So be mindful of that. Now, second part of this was, let's see what energies represent each of you using the Goddess and Sirens and Gods and Titans decks, and those are both by Stacy DeMarco and Jimmy Montan. So I got a card for you and everybody else. So let's see what energy was you, right? So for you, the energy that came for you was Shelena Gig. So Shelena Gig is about gateways. Talks about giving birth, women's genitalia, uh, feeling free with your sexuality or being in touch with your sexuality, your sensuality, not being ashamed of it. Okay. Starting things over, allowing things in, being receptive. Again, new beginnings, starting over, opening ways, pathways, leadership. Maybe you are the one in the scenario who is helping the other one or ones learn about their own spiritual journeys. So you could be teaching them. All right. And that is the Leos are leaders. They're teachers. So that was the energy that came for you. Now, for your twin, the energy that came for him was Giselle, support. So, I think this is saying that this person has the ability to be supportive and loving, which is wonderful if you are trying to build a relationship. That is a twin flame relationship. A twin flame relationship is not just about finding your perfect romantic match. It's about what it is that you are going to bring to the collective, okay? Raising the vibration of the collective, which by him getting support, Jizo, I think this is saying that this partner would be supportive towards your goals. If you decided to do something, go a certain way in your career, your business, your love life, I believe that this is saying to me that he would be supportive. The forgiveness also, then I think would be appropriate to the two of you. Maybe you need to start the conversation. You need to be open to forgiving and him being supportive of you in those efforts, saying that you both will help each other with that part of your journey, learning the lessons about forgiveness, even if it means forgiving your karmics. That he would support you in that, and you will help him be open to forgiving too, or to asking for forgiveness if that is the case. So there's either going to be, it could be forgiveness for the both of you and for the karmics, and it could be both. And I'm thinking that it would be both. For the female Virgo, the energy that came for her was Kuan Yin, compassion. Oof. Compassion. So this is telling me this is a person who is empathic, maybe someone who deserves some compassion. That's just what Spirit just said. Maybe there's something that occurred that wasn't justified, maybe, or she feels that maybe she feels that she's been painted in a bad a bad picture, like a bad rap in this somehow, and that she deserves compassion. Could also be saying that she is a compassionate person, that she may be kind, and maybe something changed her. Maybe this experience caused her to learn to be compassionate. Or maybe the change in the status between her and your flame caused her to learn compassion. And for your karmic, the energy that came for him was communication, Hermes. So this is a messenger. So this is saying that this is someone that maybe has things that he'd like to communicate. Maybe he wants to express himself, or he feels the need to express himself in regards to maybe your relationship, past, present, something that he may want to say, or something he may want to hear. Maybe he's waiting for a truth. Maybe he's waiting for a communication. This to me is speaking of someone who is very respectful. Or maybe he works in the military or law enforcement or government. Powerful. Yeah, and a fire sign, which she is. So he could be waiting for a message. He could be waiting to hear something. He could be waiting for clarity. So let's take a look at your energy, since this is your reading, and see what we can get from Sheila Nagig. I know she is a Irish goddess. Celtic. Okay. New paths are open to you, and you are being protected. As I said, 9. Ancestors are protecting you. New paths, new beginnings. A rite of passage is close. You're about to pass through a new gateway that will change you. Do not be afraid to open up. When you're about to pass through a gateway, such as a graduation, a birth, a rite of passage, or even a new home, a new school, a new job, you may wish to honor Sheila and ask for her protection. This is an old, powerful, magical energy. And as such, she's very fiery. Her energy is jolly and a little wild, but it's always with positive intent. So you're open, positive, fully functional, perhaps even magical. She's represented by dancing women with wild hair, women with open legs, gateways, and stones. For your partner, the energy that came for him, again, was Jizo. Giselle is support. I hope that this can, okay. Giselle. An invitation to offer care and support not only to others but to yourself. A call to balance caring and caretaking. So, your partner is being advised to not only support others but to take care of himself too. Okay? To be balanced, not to give too much of himself to the detriment of himself. So, he needs to be in a relationship where he feels supported and where there's a give and take of energy. Jizzo is a kind and gentle figure. He serves as a protector and guide to souls through the 6 realms of existence and watches over travelers in this realm. He guides souls through the 6 realms by leading them with kindness and holding out the glowing Dharma jewel, the calming light that banishes all fear, as the torch to light the way. Right? That's right here in his hand. Right? Dharma jewel. He particularly is loving and supportive to children, to young people, to animals, and to mothers. Jisoo is also the embodiment of support to those who suffer. Jisoo reminds us to have compassion for all, especially ourselves. Should he walk into your life, gently shaking his staff, it is a reminder to support yourself in the best way possible. This may mean more consistent attention to your self-care, like getting more sleep, eating better food, or by simply loving yourself more and being less judgmental of yourself in all of your uniqueness. He asks that we also offer care and support to others, especially those who are really suffering, in particular, those who suffer from bullying, sicknesses, or loss. So, he's about support and compassion, which I found interesting because so is his karmic partner about compassion. Interesting. Like I said, I didn't get the energy that these were bad people, any of you. Now, his symbols are children, crossroads, a staff with 6 rings, and Dharma jewel. So, 6 is important in this God's energy, as 6 is your partner's number. So, seems like that's consistent. He is a supported soul. That's what I'm getting. Or he can be very supportive. Ashe. Let me see, did I have any other messages I wanted to give on that? Okay, so completion, love, gateways, support, new beginnings, and forgiveness. When I finished shuffling the decks for each of you all, I thought it was very interesting. So I wanted just to share that with you. When I finished shuffling the Goddess and Gods deck, the Goddess and Sirens deck, I got Magic. And when I finished shuffling the Gods and Titans deck, the bottom of the deck said Confidence, Achilles. Now, Morgan Le Fay is Magic. You have power, and it is real. A secret will be revealed, and you have an unexpected friend. Seek the truth and find some magic. In the powerful legend of Avalon, the Lady Morgan Le Fay is a key and changeable figure, a light sorceress with skills and magic that match Merlin's. Legends cast her as both a truth-seeking, harshly treated enchantress, and as an evil witch plotting her half-brother Arthur's downfall. In the early tales, Morgan was either purely a member of the Fae, which are the supernatural fairy spirits, or the talented sorceress daughter of Arthur's mother, Lady Igraine, and her first husband, Gorlois, the Duke of Cornwall. According to early Celtic myths, Morgan is a mistress of magic, a knowledgeable spellcrafter, and a healer of note. The Celtic people also believe that because of Morgan Fay's origins, she is also a shapeshifter. As the myths developed further, Morgan became a mild antagonist to Arthur, her brother, attempting to expose Guinevere's adulterous ways or test those who were not loyal to him. As the myths evolved and became more Christianized, Morgan developed into a dark enemy who actively plotted Arthur's death. Her role changed so that she became a temptress who tricked him into making love with her, after which she bore him a son, Mordred. It is said that she trained Mordred to hate Arthur and wished to overthrow him as rightful king. Even though the stories portrayed her as a deadly enemy of Arthur, she was also one of the women that took Arthur in a barge to Avalon to be healed after his battle with Mordred. Here the story ends. Morgan Le Fay attempts to heal Arthur, indicating that it will take a long time. Morgan Le Fay enchants her way into your life to remind you that magic is indeed real and the power of intention is great. There is magic in everything, nature, action, and especially ourselves. Those studying chemistry or physics can appeal to her for success. Morgan might also be tempting you to try some magic for your highest good and for the good of all. Morgan was caught up in many intrigues and lies, and when the veils finally lifted, she didn't always prosper. It is this aspect of her that reminds us that truth in all things is often the best way forward, even though it may be hard. There is a duality to magic. A skilled practitioner can generate positive change or negative impact. It is important to be pure in our intentions. When we act for what seems to be a positive reason, but is really an attempt to manipulate others, the universe will know. Morgan Le Fay was either caught in her own Machiavellian weavings, affected by her hatred, or she was just eager to expose the truth. Whether or not she is as dark as some stories paint her, her intentions are not clear. It's important to be honest with yourself and true in your actions when Morgan is present. So, I think what this is saying for the female energies, that be true to yourself. Be honest about your intentions towards this relationship or towards your partners or to life. Be open to change. Be able to express compassion, to temper your anger, have control of it before it gets away from you. It also is saying that you have the ability to manifest things, and maybe there may be some magic that you might want to, try or delve into, or maybe you already do. And that may be your path. It could also be consistent with change for the karmic female, and compassion, learning to be compassionate. That may be something that she needs to learn to be. Maybe that's the change for her, is to become compassionate, understanding, forgiving about the situation. Maybe it's something that's hurtful, or will be, or was. So at the bottom of the male deck, the gods and titans was Achilles, confidence. Let's see what that's about. You're strong, worthy, and confident. Step forward in courage, knowing you can achieve exactly what you desire. All right? And we already said that the karmic male has manifestation, and your partner, your twin flame, is about love. So, confidence. Expressing love, expressing your desires, showing courage, going for what you believe. Okay, let me see. Well, we all know Achilles' story is his mother tried, in her desire to protect him, she was dunking him in this special bath and special waters that protected him so that when swords and things were, he couldn't be hurt except on his heel, which is where she held him when she was dunking him in the water. That's why it's called an Achilles heel, that one place that can get you, right? So that was his weakness, right in the bottom of his heel, because he was protected already. But he had to keep that secret. If somebody knew his vulnerability, they would be able to attack him. That could be what's going on. You have two Leo males, so they exude confidence for the most part, and they don't want anybody to know their vulnerabilities, right? They are going to go forward with courage, with action, with strength, determination, and not let on when they're feeling hurt. Maybe not even let on when they feel the need to be forgiven or that someone has hurt them and they would like someone to offer an apology. That could be a new beginning. Whilst understanding heroism and confidence is a great strength, overconfidence can also be a weakness. Overconfidence can breed an attitude of arrogance and disregard for others' feelings or needs. We must learn to balance self-assurance with empathy. It was though Achilles' one small vulnerability. It was through Achilles' one small vulnerability that he became human. And we could argue that his overconfidence in his skills is what opened up that weak spot to danger. Overconfidence. It's important that we are confident, but also that we acknowledge that we are human And we can make mistakes. We all have vulnerability. And by acknowledging this, we can avoid the shadow side of Achilles. So maybe this is hurt, and Achilles actions that may have been taken by your twin may have not been compassionate towards his karmic. So maybe it shows disrespect or lack of empathy. And that could be why forgiveness is here. Maybe for both these males, it could be either or both, this relationship with you, because you are the common denominator for the two of them, may have brought out a weakness. You may have exposed some vulnerability in both of them. And they are trying to display confidence. So you're messing with their male ego here. Maybe with some of your magic. Possible. Maybe you're a little too much for these guys. Or at least maybe you are too much for your karmic. And your current partner, your twin, is just hoping that he can hold on. Excuse me. That's what I'm getting. That he's just hoping that he can hang in there. Hope after hope. It's so funny. I'm looking at this picture. It's like this guy's like warning this one, like, be careful. She's not easy. You know? That's just what came to me as I was looking at that. Like, yo, bro, it ain't gonna be easy. And your twin is like, I got this. But this Virgo, she may be hurt. Or maybe she hurt your partner. So we can get some insight into her energy. Kuan Yin. Beautiful. I'm talking about the card. She probably is beautiful too. I don't know. I'm sure she is. As are you. As all of you are. As we all are. Because we are working. We're doing our work. We're trying to get on our spiritual journey. What's more beautiful than that, right? Compassion. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Compassion for another situation is important at this time. Consider another person's point of view and choose connection rather than separateness. And as I'm reading this, Spirit is saying that maybe she doesn't understand what is happening or what has happened. And maybe the respectful thing for someone to do would be to explain about this spiritual journey, this twin flame journey. Have respect for her ability to understand. Have respect for the God in her, the goddess in her. Not for her to be disregarded or her feelings not to be taken into account. Or maybe she just needs to gain an understanding and understand that this is nothing against her. This loss of the relationship between herself and your twin is just part of a spiritual journey that you are all on. That will maybe help with the forgiveness part, the new beginnings part, the individuality part, the respecting her rights as a divine spirit that's living a human existence just like everybody else, just like you, just like him, just like your karmic, both of them. So she could be confused as to why this happened. And Spirit is saying that maybe your karmic, your twin or you, I don't know what the relationship is, can explain it to her or give her some guidance, videos, books, articles, something, so that she can understand, so that she doesn't take this as something wrong with her, that this is for the greater good, the good of the collective, for her own good even, to open her up, to give her a way to have a new beginning, her individuality, to follow her dreams with someone who can love her the way she deserves to be loved, the same way you have found someone that is going to love you the way you deserve to be loved. Okay. For us to find the beginnings of true peace and to extend a compassionate hand to others, we must start with a compassionate hand for ourselves. Accepting who we are and where we are without judgment is a wise place to begin. Should Kuan Yin make herself known to you, it may be a signal to be kinder to yourself and to forgive yourself for your part in actions. It may be that you are judging yourself too harshly or even expecting too much of yourself. She is also an action-oriented deity who encourages you to make changes. So, I think it's saying that she needs to come to some kind of understanding in order to respect her, to respect the goddess in her. All right? That she may need to forgive someone, or someone may need to forgive her for her actions. But her actions, of course, were to protect herself. But I think what this is saying is that maybe part of this mission for you and your twin is to educate and inform and uplift the vibrations of these two karmics. Not for them to be together. I mean, it could happen, but no. But just to not leave destruction in the wake of your happiness. To be able to begin your journey with your karma being clear so that your new beginning can go forward. To clear up any negative karma. That can help change happen for female karmic. And that could help the male karmic manifest what it is he's looking for. Hermes, again, about communication. Again, about reaching an understanding. So let's give him a little respect, see what Hermes is about. The spotlight is on your communication skills. This is a time to develop your emotional intelligence and integrity. Individuality, your beginnings, manifestation. Hermes facilitates communication on all levels, in particular between God and humans. And he is the Lord over all nature of physical exchange. Sometimes delivering messages needs a fair dose of cunning, and Hermes is right for the task. As early as his birth, he was considered a tricky customer, naughtily stealing Apollo's cattle while he was still a baby. So this person is very smart, clever. He's a survivor. And again, this is talking about understanding and communication, integrity. Again, being brought up to speed on what is this thing? Why am I losing this person that I care for? Communication, forgiveness. Being able to express yourself well, or being a good negotiator is a handy skill to have in this modern life, as well as in ancient times. The classic Iliad by Homer. Hermes helped King Priam of Troy sneak into the Greek encampment to negotiate the release of his son Hector's body, after Achilles refused to give it back. So there is a history of a tension between Hermes and Achilles. Interesting. Priam's words convicted Achilles to allow a worthy burial for Hector, the brave prince. Those who need to communicate in an understanding way, for example, when writing a paper, giving a speech, debating, or even trying out for a play, would do well to honor Hermes regularly. Telecommunications and devices used to transmit messages like cell phones and computers are also under his jurisdiction. So asking him to bless your electronics may help keep them reliable. Keep in mind that this is not necessarily a time to over-communicate on social networks or the like. It is, however, time to make sure that your words are well chosen and that you are effectively conveying them. Hermes encourages you to develop your skills in emotional and rational intelligence and be able to express yourself with honesty in real time. Also, it may be time to consult your favorite form of divination on a regular basis. Okay, so this is about being honest and rational and intelligent and expressing yourself right now in real time as things are happening, explaining what is happening, letting him also come to an understanding of what is going on. Okay, and his symbols are winged helmet, a catechist, winged feet, sheep and shepherd, and milk. A catechist represents healing, right? That's a symbol on the medicine, right? Or for doctors. So communication is healing. Communication will bring forgiveness. When we are great communicators and when we are great persuaders, it can be easy to convince others of our point of view. It is important to continually monitor your integrity with regards to what we communicate, lest we steal another's free will. Individuality. Or we steal someone's clarity or their peace of mind. Gossip is also Hermes' domain. As common as it is, if ever, serves a just person. purpose. So there's no need for gossip. Gossip is unnecessary. Communicating truthfully and without maliciousness is important, as Hermes will see that your words are carried out swiftly and effectively. So, their communications through emails, text messages, cell phones, social media are governed by Hermes, and it may be saying that be careful of the communications that you do through social media, not to allow things to denigrate and be hurtful, no gossiping, or maybe there has been gossiping and it's hurtful, and that may be what needs to change, and maybe you need to show compassion to these karmic partners. Not saying that they're perfect or innocent, I don't know that at all, but again, still about communicating honestly and allowing them to have an understanding, not treating them as if their feelings and their thoughts don't matter. And maybe being able to put this to a pleasant, everybody come to terms with this in a pleasant manner, a new beginning in the way you all interact with each other or the way you feel about one another going forth. Because if there's something that's going to create bad karma for you or your partner because of these past relationships, I think this is talking about giving you an opportunity to let that negative karma be settled in this lifetime, so that you don't have to come back and repeat these lessons all over again. You all could be soulmates that are traveling with each other through different lifetimes and coming to this impasse. This being a master year may be giving you the impotence or the opportunity to right previous wrongs. That's just what I got. So, let's see what we can get for you and your partner from, okay, this is you, and this is him. Let's see what we can get from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, and this is by Doreen Virtue. Okay, let's see what we can get for what energy is speaking for this couple in regards to their relationship or their spiritual journey, the path that they are being led to take. Any advice for my female Leo and my male Leo twin flames? Wow. Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself and others in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. Unconditional love is compassion. Bottom of the deck, prosperity. Prosperity, abundancia. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Ashe. So, unconditional love. Support. Unconditional love and support. Prosperity. Abundance. Opening yourself up to opportunities for prosperity and abundance. To completion. Your guided journey that your ancestors are protecting you and bringing you towards prosperity. Oh, wonderful. Excellent, 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 excellent. Unconditional love. Be open to receiving prosperity and love. Ashe, very nice. Okay, let's pull out the Romance Angel Oracle deck. No love reading is without, right? And these also are by Doreen Virtue. Let's see what energies are covering this relationship with you and your partner. Let me get some messages, please. Thank you. First card. True love. Ashe. This is the romance of a lifetime. Wow. Nice. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor. So, doesn't mean it's negative. Just means that something that has to do with your finances and career. Maybe you met at work. That could be. But the abundance is coming. So this relationship, this love is going to affect your finances. It may open up pathways towards abundance through this union. True love, money, prosperity, unconditional love for yourselves and for others. Wonderful. Lovely. Magic. Excellent. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's see if we can get any further messages about this lovely true love union, this abundant new beginning for yourself and your partner. Okay, so, and the Mermaids and Dolphins deck is also by Doreen Virtue. And the numerology deck is by Michelle Buchanan. I know I forgot to say that. Okay. Wait. Don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. Okay. And let's see what other advice is here for you all. Again, let yourself receive. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. So, being open to receive. Taking care of yourself and letting others take care of you. Very, very, very nice. Okay, one more? Okay. Spirit said one more. One more for this. Allow yourself to receive. Receptiveness. Shayla. Being open. Being open to love. Caring. Mother healing. As your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. Well, let's see what that's about. Mother healing. Heaven is asking you to release some remaining mother issues. Give the entire situation to heaven, knowing that everything is in the hands of the infinite spirit. The situation may heal in unexpected ways. Be concerned with how it heals. Be unconcerned with how it heals, and be vigilant in releasing any lower energies connected to your mother that could interfere with your life's mission. By releasing any mother issues to heaven, your heart opens further to accepting joy and blessings in your life. Your mother benefits when you are happy, whether or not she's consciously aware of it, by being willing to release and forgive old issues relating to yourself, your mother, mother figures, or anyone connected to your mother. By cleaning your inner house, you invite new love, new opportunities, abundance, and a healing energy into your life. So, if you have mother issues, should look to work on those. If there is a issue with children that has something to do with this karmic female, it may be saying that that is a situation that needs to be healed. As I said, to make sure that we clear up any karma. Also, if your situation has anything to do with children on your side with you and your karmic, you do well to take that same advice. It's never bad advice to learn how to heal something, right? To be compassionate to others and have others extend compassion to you. See what we get from the Native Spirit Oracle, and this is by Denise Lynn. Let's see if what this energy has to add to this reading. Okay, so let's see what. Nature spirits. Okay, so whenever I see nature spirits in these readings, whether it's in these cards or in the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck, this may talk about someone having some addictions. It could be to drugs, alcohol, bad, it could be any kind. But to me, this is talking about like drugs, alcohol, liquor, could be even to, smoking. Because tobacco is natural, comes from the earth. Come on. And as I opened up the deck and was shuffling it, one of the cards from the numerology deck was sticking in there. Nature, 74. And 7 plus 4 is 11. So maybe there's some alcohol abuse going on. Who got 11? Something that may have to do with the karmic. The karmics. Maybe there's some codependency or some addictions that are pertaining to these two individuals. Maybe both of them, maybe either of them. There may be some drug abuse or codependency or alcoholism that needs to be addressed. Let's see what Nature Spirits talks about here. Joy, delight, peaks of carefree abandon, living wildly and magically and free. Be open to the wonders of the universe flooding into your life. Innocence and delight are abounding. Happiness is on its way. Your native spirit wants you to know, almost every indigenous culture recounts stories of fairies, often called the little people, and nature spirits. Although some of the fairies act in protection of their wild lands, and should be treated with care and respect. Most often, they bring blessings and delight to all in their realm. If this nature spirit card chooses you, then welcome to a wellspring of joy and magic. Magic. Beneath the surface, mystical interventions are occurring in your life. Relax. All is well. Well, we already knew that, we said that the ancestors was taking care of business. They're following you and protecting you on this path. So everything's fine. Even taking a few moments of stillness in the natural world can help you attune to the world of the little people and nature spirits. If you see a small flash of light or movement of a leaf on a windless day, these are signs that the we folk are near. Now, one of these energies spoke of fairies. Morgan Le Fay? Yeah. So again, magic. You may need to look into that. Or maybe one of you already is into that. Or maybe someone is working magic among you. But someone, it could be you and your partner here, you and the twin. Maybe there's something that has to do with abuse of alcohol and drugs in your past. Or maybe y'all are celebrating too much and drinking too much, and this is a warning that Spirit is bringing through me to be careful. Watch your drinking, watch your partying. If the karmics are depressed, or you all are depressed because maybe you're not together and you all are still with these karmics, you're not happy, whatever's going on, if anybody is using substances to comfort or pacify themselves, it's something that needs to be looked into. And again, communication may be able to help those parties or that person to realign themselves. Okay, thank you. Okay, so nature spirit. Protection. Look for signs of that in your day. Be thankful for the protection that you are being given. So what I'm going to do now is okay, so I'm going to get a card from the Journey of Love deck, which is by Alana Fairchild Rasuli and Richard Cohen. And we're going to see if there's a message for you and your twin. See what message we can get about this journey. This is that. Beautiful cards. Can I get an energy for my Leo female and her Leo twin flame partner? Oh, the card that came for you all was number 34, Becoming. 3 and 4 is 7. So, something new is being created. Starting. New beginnings. All right, let's see what this beautiful message will be. Becoming. Hmm. Yes, you are manifesting your divine purpose. Yet, what is happening now is just one of many inspired brushstrokes on the canvas of your life's work. You are the artist who paints with trust, instinctive and spontaneous, with faith in the process unfolding. You're not a painter using numbered squares who has a finished vision even before commencing the task with a map for all the steps of the journey. Your lack of plan renders you open and receptive to divine direction. Receptiveness, right? Sheila Lagig. You're capable of being moved by spirit. You are a brave adventurer. You're celebrate what you are creating now and realize that it is a step in your major work of divine art. This life of yours, not to be planned, but to be experienced. Stroke after stroke, step after step, you shall witness the picture coming to life. It may not be what you expected, but it will be the most beautiful and extraordinary creation. This oracle brings you comfort that you are blossoming, and each petal unfolding is another step closer to your ultimate divine fulfillment. There is a message here, too, that a relationship or a project that you are keen to move forward on will bloom in its own unique way. Give it breathing room and be willing to let it become what it seeks to be. Even without clear direction or plan, sometimes even because of that, there is an inner plan that can come to fruition. There's a poem. Take heed, my friend, for time is ticking fast. Illusion grand and hopes this dream will last. Such memories we keep for days to come. A looking glass that only shows what's done. It would be sad to think there's nothing more. A well-worn path reflecting what's in store. God's gift is not what days would be the same. Each dawn's first light would sing a fresh refrain of light and cloud to bathe the earth's purpose. Would change afoot to stop would be unwise. A palette rich awaits the artist's brush, creating life at one with God's soft touch. This is a match made in heaven. True love, creation, beginning, becoming the guidance of the divine. Again, not knowing what the end is going to be, but whatever the end is going to be, it's going to be what it's supposed to be, and it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to be in the best interest of all those involved. Ashe? Aferefunegun. Thank you so much. Ah, beautiful. Now, just because we've been all up in these folks' business over here, I was led to get a card that may correspond or be helpful to them also. From the Sacred Rebels Guidebook. This may be a message for them, may reinforce the messages that have come for you. I don't know, but I just know that this is the way that I was led. So, the Sacred Rebels Guidebook is by Alana Fairchild Rasuli also. Well, she was Fairchild. I guess this is before she got married. Okay. All right. All right, then maybe. So this is her energy while she's in a relationship, and this may have been her energy when she was seeking. I don't know that, but that's just what came. I could have it all backwards, but it doesn't matter, I guess. But this deck doesn't have Rasuli. This one does. And I didn't even bother to check to see which came first. Because it doesn't matter if this is the energy of someone who's single, and this is the energy of someone who is in a relationship. Thank you. Can I get a card for our karmics? Okay, some kind of advice, something that my client needs to know in regards to these karmics. Number 34, same number. Wow, in the world, but not of the world. Look at that. And there's that chill and a gig type of energy of the exposing of the genitals of the female. A lot of water, fish going with the flow. Amazing. 34. Same. New creation, something new. Perfection. That's amazing. Let's see what that means. Ashe Gun, thank you. Number 34. In the world, but not of the world. It is safe to you to become naked with life. This doesn't necessarily mean stripping off and running wild in the public. It does mean stripping back your beliefs, strongholds, and mental and emotional security blankets so you can live with less obstruction than ever before. Imagine the conditioning that has kept life away from you. Just kept it dropping out of your hands like keys and coins and clocks. Conditioned beliefs about money, time, security, having, locking away, holding, and controlling can be surrendered and allowed to fall away. What would it be like? What would it be like to feel as though you were on a holiday every day? Perhaps there would be a softening in your way of life, an implicit trust in its flow, and a faith in the ability of time to bend and stretch as needed so that all may be accomplished. It is an advanced stage of our spiritual relationship with life that we are able to feel held within it sufficiently enough to surrender our differences, our defenses, layer by layer, and to nakedly accept what is. This oracle comes as a message to you. Sometimes we need our defenses. At other times, it is clear that we are outgrowing them. There is something that you have outgrown. It has to do with your ideas about productivity, time, control, and money. It has to do with abundance, trust, and living with the fundamental belief that everything is going to turn out okay. You are ready to be much more vulnerable and exposed in life. You don't have to hide behind being organized, perfect, or in control, or financially secure or stable. Nor do you need any other acceptable social face. It is time for you to loosen the strings of your own controlling nature. They are too tight and too restrictive for you anyway. You're born to live in a much freer way. When you live as you innately are, rather than how you have been conditioned to be, you will experience greater joy, freedom, and support. When you're not resisting yourself or resisting life, there is less resisting what you need as it comes to you. So you're being guided to trust. If you have also drawn the trust of the oracle of trust yourself, then you are not only being guided to rely on life, but also on your own inner knowing, because at some level you get it. You understand and know that this is all freeing you. After letting go, there comes a temporary emptiness that provides a greater space for fulfilling to come forth. This is a healing process. Imagine that you're running naked into a sea, ocean, or river by a waterfall. Be cleansed. Feel it happening. Be with it and enjoy the sensation of it. Feel free of any weight that you no longer need, be it physical, emotional, or mental, or spiritual. Let go on all levels. When you are ready, just open your eyes and rest for a few moments before going back into your day or evening. You have completed your healing process. Ashe. So this message will be for the karmics, but also good advice for you all too, to you and your twin flame. But go with the flow. Release what is not for you. You can mourn it, and you're going to feel empty. You're going to feel like you've lost something. But believe and understand that there is something that is being created that's going to be brought to you that's going to fill that emptiness. There's a freedom that you're going to experience, or that they're going to experience, that is going to make this worth it in the end. Again, like I said before, maybe these karmics need to be brought up to speed as to what this twin flame journey is, if they're not aware of it, so that they can have an understanding. Again, respecting other people's need for closure. Closure. That's for closure. Thank you. Thank you, April. Thank you. Respecting the other people's need for closure. So, you are becoming and in the world, but not of it. Ashe. Both of these energies are 34. Both of these energies match one another. So you all may not be finished with each other yet, but there's growth. Something new is going to be created. And a new beginning for all of you. A compassionate, new beginning where you all will be able to follow your dreams. But there needs to be an understanding and compassion. Compassion for yourselves, and the compassion for your partners, and compassion for your exes. So, there ends your reading. I hope that it made sense to you. I hope that these messages manifest with you. I hope that you all can come to some peaceful resolution for the good of all of those involved. Maybe one of these days you'll be able to share these messages with all the parties also. Like I said, I don't know your life. But whatever it's going to be abundant, and it's going to be in keeping with the plan of the divine. So thank you for this opportunity to do this. This is the first time I did something like this, and this is cool. I didn't have a plan. I just came down here and let Spirit lead me. And I hope this message resonates. Please get back to me and let me know. Send an email to me at pbtarot7 or make a comment in the comment section of the video. But you don't have to do that. Send an email to me. Let me know whether or not these messages resonated with you. And believe me, this feels good. And thank you for the opportunity to bring this to you and to see how it will work. All right. So I'll be talking to you soon. Ashe. Peace.